What did I tell you, people? What did I tell you? You put all your trust in WWE with Becky Lynch, and these are your results that you just got. Now, I'm not saying every person believed it. Not everybody fell for the Becky Lynch trap. But I think a lot of people did. Because there were a lot of people that actually did believe that the man was 100% going to go to WrestleMania no matter what. No matter what. The man going to go to WrestleMania no matter what. She won the Rumble. She earned the right. So no matter what happens, she's going to WrestleMania. Well, she still could. For all we know, she still could. Now, by the way, I'm not trying to sound like a smartass, and I'm not trying to sound like I have this big ego, but I feel like I've been correct since my TLC review. I had to eat my words a little bit through Royal Rumble. I had to eat my words a little bit when it came to the Royal Rumble, but now that I don't have to eat them anymore, I feel like, once again, I was proven right. Can you trust WWE to book Becky Lynch properly? And can you book WWE to push Becky Lynch on the road to WrestleMania? The answer is a big, fat no. I mean, honestly, what was the point? What was the point in giving Becky Lynch the Royal Rumble if you're only going to do this to her? It's like I said, if Charlotte Flair was in this situation, nobody would have cared. And speaking of Charlotte Flair, they've done it again. They've done it again. Becky Lynch did everything she could to keep her match. Triple H and Stephanie got word from the doctors that she did see a medical team. They did clear her to compete. But they would not clear her unless she apologizes for the punch and the slap that she gave Stephanie and Triple H last week. Stephanie on Raw, H on SmackDown. And Becky Lynch said the two words, "I'm sorry." She shook hands with Triple H and Stephanie McMahon, and Stephanie and Triple H walked off. They said good luck at WrestleMania. Ronda Rousey comes out to confront her challenger, and all of a sudden Vince McMahon comes out like he's a ghost, because we completely did not see this coming. And then Vince McMahon says, just because Triple H and Stephanie McMahon have accepted your apology doesn't mean I haven't. Becky Lynch, you are hereby suspended for 60 days. And then he goes on, we need a challenger with class who will actually stay in the line. You know, I think what he said about Charlotte Flair pretty much describes everything about her. She knows how to stay in the line. She does what she's told. Clearly, that's exactly the case. She doesn't go out of the boundary. She just stays in the line. She never goes at the back of the line. She gets handed everything. That sums up Charlotte Flair. Listen, I'm not trying to say that I am 100% all for this. I'm not saying I'm fully on board with Charlotte versus Ronda. I'm not saying that at all. I am saying that how could the people who believed that Becky Lynch... I mean, what I was meant to say is how do the people actually believe Vince McMahon was going to push Becky Lynch all the way to WrestleMania without involving Charlotte? Now, for all we know, they could still involve Becky. We don't know what could happen tomorrow on SmackDown. Triple H and Stephanie McMahon, they may come out on SmackDown and they may lift Becky's suspension. They may allow Becky to go on that road. Ignore Vince McMahon's orders and they bring Becky back. Stephanie and Triple H could be the good people in this scenario, while Vince is trying to be the bad one who's trying to get what he wants. He believes Becky and Ronda are not the people that he wants to represent Raw. He wants Charlotte to represent Raw. But H and Stephanie think differently. That they could do that. But all I'm saying is I can't believe the people were so gullible to actually think that Vince would actually full on go with Becky. From this point on, I'm going to say you can't trust WWE. I never trusted WWE with this. Just because they pulled off one good segment when Becky came out and said, I choose you to Ronda, doesn't mean Vince was on board with Becky. So, right now we don't know what could really be going on. For all we know, Becky Lynch could still get into the match. For all we know, she could still get in. So I'm not going to talk about any of the Becky stuff because I just talked about it now. So the first match on Raw was a triple threat. Women's tag. Just like on SmackDown last week when they had the Iconics, Absolution, and the random team of Fabulous Glow. Naomi and Carmella. But that one was just a random three-way tag. This one provides whoever loses, whoever's the team that gets pinned, is the team that starts the Elimination Chamber. Okay, so you're telling me, WWE, the team that loses is pretty much going to win the entire thing. That's pretty much what you're going to tell. That's pretty much what you're telling me, WWE. Where's the freaking goddamn unpredictability? This is the shit that really pisses me off. Why can't WWE go back to the old predictable days? The Royal Rumble and the Elimination Chamber, these matches have been ruined due to bullcrap situations like this making things so unpredictable. So predictable. Things like this needs to change. We don't need freaking Becky Lynch taking someone's spot just to get into the Rumble, aka Lana's spot. We don't need Roman Reigns magically taking number 30 after competing in a championship match. And we don't need freaking, oh, if you win, you get last. Or if you lose, you go first. We don't need that. We don't need shit like this in chamber matches. It gives away, it pretty much sums it up that we know who's going to win. It's pretty much just telling us, yeah, we don't care. We're going to tell you who's going to win. Sasha Banks got injured in the match. And Bayley was on her own. So she had to win, she had to try and win it all on her own. And of course, she doesn't. Nia Jax and Tamina win the match by pinning Bayley, so Boss Hug Connection have to start. Gee, I wonder who's gonna win the first ever women's tag team elimination chamber match now. Thank you so much, WWE. You've given away a result that we've all been well, I don't think anybody cares about the women's tag team titles, but you're telling me you couldn't make this any unpredictable? Boss Hug Connection are the odds-on favorites to win the entire belts. This is why I said unpredictability needs to come back. I want to see a freaking Iconics pull out a win. I want to see Mandy and Deville pull out the victory. I don't want to see the obvious tag teams winning. I don't want the obvious people winning. I want the fans to be shocked. What has happened to those days? God, man, it's such irritating. And they're doing it with the SmackDown one tomorrow. They're doing it with the SmackDown one tomorrow. Whoever wins that goes last. Oh, man, it's just so dumb, man. It's just so dumb. We had a silly segment with Lucha House Party. They interrupted Elias. Does anyone care? No, so I'm moving on. We had this 6-man tag team match. Braun, Finn, Kurt defeated Lashley, Drew, and Corbin. And who cares? Freaking Lashley is defending his Intercontinental title against Finn Balor in a 2-on-1 handicap match at Elimination Chamber. And then you've got bloody Baron Corbin versus Braun Strowman. I mean, at the Elimination Chamber. I mean, does anybody care about that? I sure as hell don't. All I hope is that they put the Intercontinental Championship on Finn Balor. That's all I hope for. Because Jesus Christ, that guy needs a title. Stop flipping him to the main event, mid-card, main event, mid-card. Put him in one spot and keep him there. You don't just keep flip-flopping him. That's the thing that's irritating me. They keep flip-flopping Finn because they don't know where to put him. If you want him in the mid-card, put him in the mid-card. Have him chase the IC title. Besides, I think that belt would look better around him anyway than the Universal Championship. Or just send bloody Finn Balor to SmackDown. Do that too. We had Paul Heyman and Seth Rollins. They had a segment together. I mean, I don't think anybody really cares. If you're a Seth Rollins fan, then I guess you would care. But then again, it's Brock Lesnar. Oh, my apologies, I missed the match. This shows you how crap this Raw was. I completely missed the match. Ruby Riott versus Nikki Cross. So Nikki Cross goes from face to heel to face. What? So you put her in this tag team with Alicia Fox. It was just a temporary thing? Oh, for God's sakes. And more importantly, they're ruining Nikki Cross. And for what? Ruby Riott randomly gets a title match at Elimination Chamber? So you're desperate. So you're that desperate to get Ronda Rousey on the card. You need to just to pick out someone. Like, who have we got on the roster? I don't know. We got Ruby Riott. You know, Liv and Sarah are doing the tag team titles. We'll just throw Ruby in there just to, you know, give her a shot. Since her partners are going for a title, we'll give her a title shot. We'll give her a chance. We'll give Riot Squad an opportunity to win all the gold. More importantly, they ruined Nikki Cross in the process, having her lose clean. I got no problems with Ruby Riott and Nikki Cross. They're both great wrestlers. I mean, for Christ's sakes, this is how you ruin people. This is why no one gets over on the main roster. That's why no one cares. And it's a darn shame. Nikki Cross should be with Sanity. If you want to make her irrelevant, you may as well just put her back to the team where she began. We had Dean Ambrose versus EC3. Wow, we've already seen this last week. EC3 got a nice win over Dean Ambrose. And what does WWE do? The magic of 50 booking strikes again. Good old 50-50 booking. You gotta love it. You gotta love 50-50 booking, man. Unbelievable. Dean Ambrose beats EC3. Wow, what a great way to treat your new talent on the main roster. Great job, WWE. You deserve another gold medal for ruining another talent. Jeez, you guys sure know how to ruin your talents. Jesus Christ, man. I know Dean Ambrose is on his way out, but he doesn't need wins. This guy should be putting people over on his way out. Oh, God, it's just so goddamn irritating. And finally, guys, the last thing we're going to talk about is the tag team titles. We had the Glorious Alpha, or whatever the hell they're freaking called, Bobby Roode and Chad Gable, defend their Raw tag team titles against the Revival for like, what, the 100th time? And finally, WWE pulled the trigger. After 101 attempts, the Revival finally win the Raw Tag Team Championships. Now, that wasn't so hard. Now, was it, WWE? That wasn't so hard. That wasn't so bad, now was it? The match was really good. I honestly actually enjoyed the match. I thought the match was fantastic. 25 minutes of great tag team action. I thought it was great. But then again, does anybody care? A lot of people are just going to use the excuse of AEW. That's the only excuse that everybody's going to make because the Revival won the belts. They won the belts because of the All Elite Wrestling. WWE wouldn't have really wanted to put the belts on them. They put the belts on them just to make them happy. All Elite Wrestling's a big threat. You know, that's the excuse that everybody's going to make. All Elite Wrestling, my ass. Anyway, guys, that's basically everything on Monday Night Raw. God, there's just so much wrong with this show. They really need to fix it so goddamn bad. Sure, I'm happy the Revival are now tag team champions. Took WWE long enough to bloody do it. But either way, Charlotte Flair replacing Becky Lynch. I mean, I think literally nearly every person saw that coming a mile away. If you know Vince McMahon doesn't like you, you know he's going to pick someone else instead of the person who the fans like. So he just suckered every fan of Becky Lynch in who truly believed that Becky Lynch was on that road to WrestleMania. But like I said, we don't know what could be happening on SmackDown tomorrow. We don't know for sure. We don't know if Triple H and Stephanie are going to bring Becky back from her suspension, ignoring Vince McMahon. Anyway, thank you all so much for joining. I hope you guys enjoyed this little quick review. Hit that thumbs up. Comment your opinions down below. What are your thoughts on Raw? Subscribe if you have not done so. And be sure to follow me on my social media as well. Thank you all so much. And I'll see you all tomorrow for my SmackDown review if I have any time to do it. Alright? See you guys then.